Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be working on a broken zip, replacing a broken zip with a new one. Things which you'll need the broken jean with a broken zip, a new zip to replace, seam ripper, tailor's chalk, not too extra sharp razor, pins, orange decorative stitch cotton, the original color cotton for stitching your jeans. First thing which you have to do is to remove the old zip. Let's remove the old zip together. You're starting from the back. You can start from the back, or you can start from removing the looser ends. We are going to remove our zip completely, but we are not touching the decorative stitch. We're leaving the decorative stitch intact. This is our decorative stitch. We are not going to touch it, but we're going to remove this one and leave the decorative stitch intact. Because the reason why we are leaving the decorative stitch intact is because to put back the decorative stitch takes a big genius. So if you are a beginner, it's easier to avoid taking out the decorative stitch. It's much easier for you. I bought my zip slightly longer. You'll see the reason why it is. Now I'm seeing why my zipper was broken. One of the tooth fell off here at the top. So remove your zipper using your seam ripper. Take your time, and then I'll show you an easy method which you can do. There are different ways of removing the zip, but this one I find it easy, especially if you are a beginner. Now we have got this bar which has been reinforced there so that your zip doesn't slide. We're going to remove that one. That's there. I can still get my seam ripper in. It's coming up very well, and then you can turn it to the other side, and then make sure that you are patient and you don't catch. You rather catch the zip rather than catching my seam ripper is doing very well so far, but now it has got stuck, so I'll use the razor. I usually use a blunt razor because a sharp one tends to cut through the fabric, through the threads, right into the fabric, which I don't want to happen. Small slices. You can use a pin if you can get your pin through there, and you know that you're slicing on the threads rather than on the fabric. That's gone. Measure the zip, how deep is going to go into the trousers. My one is going to go this far. I've measured, so it's up to there. Cut where you have marked. Yes, it's fitting on okay. And then now you can put your pins right up to the end. Making sure that it's a millimeter away from your decorative stitch. Using the same thread which is used for your jean, go to the sewing machine and start stitching with the same color of the jean, not the decorative color. I'll remove the arm length of the sewing machine, and then it will be easier for me. If you don't have, you can stitch as it is, and make sure that you're using the zipper foot. Get to your machine, and then you want to stitch at the top there with a small stitch length. I'll put it at 1. You've done your top of the zip, come down here and do your 2 stitches to hold the zipper in place. Remember, the decorative stitch is still intact. Let's stitch. This time I'm going to use 2. My stitch length is going to be 2. I'm gentle. There is a bulk there. Slowly ease in. Pin your zip in place, top, right at the top, going down to the bottom. Like so. Make sure you are catching the fly. Now that you have put your fly in there, make sure that when you were unpicking it, you detached it right up to a level that is not attached in any way. That's the second bit of the fly. It's not attached, and then we have to stitch this back. So what we'll do the top, this top part first. Slowly but surely. Pin the top there, insert your zip and pin the top. That's where you're going to start stitching. And pin down here, going down. right to the bottom. Just put it in place using the pins. We are attaching this fly, this one. Pin it in place. There it is. Make sure you catch it at the bottom there. Make sure you catch it at the bottom, right here. You can see where the other one ended, there. So catch it there. Right. I'll start machine stitching right here. I'll machine stitch right down the bottom. The zip is attached now, and you see your decorative stitch is still showing there, which is quite good. And that's the end of the video.